even said multiple times that I'm gonna stop making. But when a pattern hit long enough, when I go through the same thing long enough, eventually I have to make the video. I gotta make the content. You know what I'm saying? To like remind myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, I'm in a pattern. I'm in an algorithm. I can't keep going through this. And I made this video before talking about first things first. You know what I'm saying? In regards to hold on, let me see how this thing sound. In regards to like the way things happen, in the order that things happen, like when you get in an argument with somebody. Okay, that don't sound bad. You got like I'm learning to just walk away from narcissism, and that the way that my conversation flow, there'd be patterns to things that a lot of times people will hear me say something, but they don't know that they in a pattern. Cause like a lot of the disagreements I start up front. I tell somebody like, "Hey Joe, can you please stop cutting me off?" You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed that most, like 90% of the arguments that happen come from somebody cutting somebody. Usually start with somebody gonna cut somebody off. You know what I'm saying? And like it took me a while to even figure this out when I started watching like arguments. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like two people start talking and then before it's over they sitting there screaming at each other. You know what I'm saying? And then like usually somewhere like the thing that happens like somebody gonna cut somebody off. You know what I'm saying? So like I tell people up front a lot of times, like, bro, I already understand, you know what I'm saying, we may have some type of disagreement or something like that. I listen to you talk for as long as you want, bro. Just please, like, you know what I'm saying, when I start talking, just let me finish what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I say it just like that. You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I'm at a point now where like I'm learning to tell people up front, like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying, like once you cut me off, like I'm gonna keep track how many times you cut me off. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get to like 3, 4 times you cut me off, this conversation gonna be over. You know what I'm saying? Cause like and mind you, like I won't say this to everybody. Like I only say this to like certain types of people that I can tell up front. Like, hey, Joe, this is about to be. Hey, what up? What up? What up? I can't even see that shit. I can't even see your name. But what's good? Though? I appreciate the shout out. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, when I tell the people up front, I'm not saying this to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to gauge somebody. You know, I'm a good judge of character. You know what I'm saying? Or even a situation where I can look at it and be like, wait, hold on, I'm about to get cut off. Like if I'm 50, I already know it because I didn't seen it many times. Like I didn't study this. Like if you can follow my channel long enough, you know that like the things I analyze and I examine, I'll be like, okay, um, by the time it get here, it's gonna be fact. You know what I'm saying? I don't jump on here and just talk about something I went through like once or twice. Like usually it gotta take a long time before I get on here and say it. So, you know, if I'm talking to somebody, you know, that I think I can dialogue with, you know, and they cut me off here and there and I cut them off, it's just regular dialogue back and forth. You know what I'm saying? That's natural dialogue. You know what I'm saying? But if I tell you, like, hey Joe, you know what I'm saying, you know, you might want to listen to what I gotta say before you know what I'm saying, interrupt me. If I tell you this up front, you know what I'm saying? It's normally, I mean, it's more than likely it's because I recognize as a part of your character that cuts people off. You see what I'm saying? And then there's another part of that that like you don't even see nothing wrong with this. You see what I'm saying? So like, you know, if I'm gonna engage in a conversation with somebody like this, I already know it's gonna end up with like them trying to say that I'm the problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's what like I was thinking about this. I was like, man, so wait, hold on. So it's two problems. That's why I got back to first things first. I was like, oh, so you got a fake problem, which is basically saying I'm the problem. You know what I'm saying? But then you got the real problem. And the real problem is that like, bro, you just literally cut me off like 8 times in a row. Like when I just told you you was gonna cut me off. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then a lot of times I stop and ask. I was like, mind you, I had these same conversations a lot, but like I said, like the people on the receiving end don't know that that like it'll kind of go in one ear and out the other ear. That like they don't know that they walking themselves through an algorithm. You see what I'm saying? Well, I'd be like, bro, you don't think it's nothing wrong. You don't see nothing wrong, bro. You just literally cut me off like 6 times in a row after I just asked you to stop cutting me off. You don't see nothing wrong with that. Not even a little bit. Like you don't see a little problem with that. Like I said, just like that. You know what I'm saying? And then like they'll be so caught up in the moment. Like you listening to me not talk, but like you forget. Like when arguments be happening, people emotions be you know, um, going. You know, you would look right somebody in the face and be like, bro, you just cut me off 6 times in a row. You don't see nothing wrong with that. And they be like, no, because you did da, da, da. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like people won't even see in real time, people don't see this as disrespect in real time. And then like people have me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because like what's about to happen next is I'm about to either want like depending on the person, you know what I'm saying? Because like I just started having fun with you. You gotta say like that's what Victor Corvinus is. Like the Victor Corvinus act. Motherfuckers don't know I got a channel like this. Like people don't know that I got a whole like, and I start studying your sign. That person you are, I start fucking with your. You know what I'm saying? I won't have to. Oh, let's just see that. Yeah, okay, we think we good. You know, I start trolling you. Like if you gonna not only disrespect me, and I'm gonna look at you and ask you like you don't even see nothing wrong with you doing disrespect, and you say nah, then like bro, it's on and cracking right then and there. Cause like I'm with the smoke, bro. I'm with the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? But like I don't never enter the conversation. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's first things first. Like I'm 100% willing to walk away from this conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? Getting stolen type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like kicked in the face. You know what I'm saying? I'm not advocate. That's what I'm saying. This video will be kind of dangerous. I don't want people to think I'm giving the wrong advice. But like, bro, like, do you know who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? I will go off. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna look me in the face and tell me you're gonna disrespect me and not get. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's depending on the person, man. Cause like certain family members, that's why I do this channel. Cause I know they sign. Like, so I'm saying I just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people out here who will cut you off multiple times and don't see nothing wrong with it, even if you ask. You know what I'm saying? And I went through this a couple of times. Like I was at I ain't gonna say whose house. I was at somebody's house. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to somebody after I brought food over to their house. You know what I'm saying? After you know what I'm saying, my kids was over there playing with them. You know what I'm saying? My he's a grown ass adult. You know what I'm saying? My kids sitting there trying to play video games with him. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker sitting there, grown ass adult hogging the damn game. You know what I'm saying? My kids getting bored and frustrated. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there eating food I just brought over there. He don't say thank you or nothing. So I'm saying, so then we started talking about something about how I was gonna hook up a DVD, well, I mean not DVD, an Android app, an Android tablet. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle of explaining how I got to do it, so I need the email. You know what I'm saying to do it. And this dude started snapping on me because he was basically thinking I was trying to use his phone for the Wi-Fi, which I wasn't even trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But he kept cutting me off so many times. He wasn't even trying to hear what I was like, bro, like I don't need your Wi-Fi. Like you know what I'm saying? I was like, if you just listen to what I'm saying, no, what do you need more? I'm like, bro, just listen what I'm like. So you ain't gonna even listen what I'm saying. Like I must have said this like like before I was like, bro, hold on, let me just walk you through what I'm trying to do. First of all, in order to set up the Android, we got to get an email. So I'm not necessarily saying, well, why you need my email? Well, hold on, bro. I don't necessarily need your email. Well, you just said you need an email. Well, bro, if you let me finish what I'm saying, bro, you're not gonna get my email. I just told you, bro, I don't need your email. What I'm trying to explain to you do is that we need a phone. Why you need my phone? Because you're not gonna get my phone or my email, bro. If you just simply let me finish saying, I don't need to listen to finish what you're saying. I already know what you're about to say. I'll be like, am I you? That's what I'm saying. You got these types of people like this who don't even see this as disrespect in real time. So I'm saying now this conversation gonna end with me being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because like under the act, you know what I'm saying? And like I don't want to put that because like a lot of times I'm gonna point out I just walk away. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's certain people that like I'm going to match fire with fire, bro. I'm gonna match smoke with smoke. You know what I'm saying? And like in certain situations like that, like you talking to me like that right in front of my kids after I just brought you sitting there eating my food in front of my kids, talking to me, telling me you ain't gonna listen to what the fuck I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be situations like this play out in real time all the time. You know what I'm saying? Dude that was saying over here, you know what I'm saying? Jay. A lot of times, like I be talking to him, he just cut me off in mid sentence, and he only got half of what I'm saying. Like if I got to make a point, there's like 10 bullet points in this point. You know what I'm saying? And I get to the third bullet point, and then you cut me off. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, you responding to not even half of what I said, but you responded to it like it's the whole thing. Like Joe, that ain't even the whole thing of what I said. You know what I'm saying? But like because you cut me off, you're only getting 20% of each information. You know what I'm saying? So if I got this point, I got this point, I got this point. So this point got 10 points. This point got 5 points. This point got, you know what I'm saying, 7 points. I go to make this point, you cut me off, 2 sentences into making that point. You know what I'm saying? And then I go to make this point, you cut me off 3 sentences into making that point. I go to make this point, you cut me off 4 times into making that point. You know what I'm saying? But then the whole time you still gonna be talking like you got all the information. You see what I'm saying? And you don't even have half the information. You see what I'm saying? But you still talking to me like you got all the information. You know what I'm saying? And like I already know I'm not about to get caught in that algorithm. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait, hold on, bro. Like you're not even letting me listen to what I'm saying. I'm asking you to let me finish what I'm saying. And like you only get half the information and you ask me questions based on half the information like it's the whole information. I shouldn't even be able to verbalize like this. The fact that I can even verbalize it like this is asinine. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I go through so many times. Because like it's like the more patient you are with people, the more they cut you off. And that's the real problem. That's what I'm saying. So like it's like a fake problem, which is like, okay, yeah, dude over here being disrespectful, dude over here snap, dude went off. That's the fake problem, right? But the real problem is that I told you up front you was gonna cut me off. And you still proceeded to do it. And then you even said that you wasn't gonna stop doing it. I asked you, you don't see no problem with it. And you said no. You know what I'm saying? So when you get stole on, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna understand that you was being disrespectful. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta put first things first, because it's like all they gonna remember is the fact that they got stolen. All the fact they're gonna remember the fact is it was a bat swinging across the fucking across the damn room and smacked them in the ear with it. Like, you know, that's all they gonna remember. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna remember the fact that you literally asked them, like, hold on, bro, you don't see nothing wrong with what you doing right now. You know what I'm saying? They don't hear it like that. You know what I'm saying? And like that's why I've been going through patterns of this like recently. Like matter of fact, like I was talking to some Hebrew Israelite brothers yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And like I was listening to their show. They invited me on their show. You know what I'm saying? But the way TikTok work, I ain't got no followers on that to even, you know what I'm saying, go in there. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have like 1,000 followers to go on a live, like or even be a guest on somebody else's live. And I ain't had that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got that. So, you know what I'm saying? I was sitting there listening to their show. You know what I'm saying, for about 2-3 hours. And like every time somebody came on and started talking, they were just literally cutting them off, cutting them off. Every time they go make a point, oh, you understand the precept. Oh, you understand. I was like, and I was like, man, hold on. And mind you, they was, see, I be giving the information the wrong way. Like, let me back up. Because like I was studying another video, bro. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I was studying a whole nother video, right? Let me see if I can find it. Where this dude, he's a Hebrew Israelite, he was talking to some Jehovah's Witnesses. You know what I'm saying? And then like I was watching him, like he walked up to him real patiently, real calm. You know what I'm saying? He was listening to him. And then about 5 minutes into the video, they started reading scripture to him. And the scripture they was reading to him was fucking his head up. Like you know what I'm saying? He was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything after that, he started cutting them. He cut them. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. He cut them off 32 times, bro, in a row. And like that's what I'm saying. Like you watch it long enough, you start to realize he don't even realize he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? And like that was the first time that I really started to really examine people cutting people off. Because I've been going through this for months. I was like, man, why the fuck every time I start talking, people start cutting me off? Like they think I'm soft or something because I'm being patient with them. Like, you see what I'm saying? And it's like, when I realized, I was like, bro, people, ultimately, like, people ain't trying to hear what you, like, ultimately, I already know going into it, like, motherfuckers ain't trying to hear what you got to say. People trying to hear people trying to hear themselves talk. You know what I'm saying? And I know these types of people. You know what I'm saying? When I sit down and really engage you, like, I know how to really ask questions and really get engaged and involve myself in the conversation. I know how that's supposed to sound. I already know the type of person, like, especially, that's why I'm talking about, like, cardinal people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people that like to, you know what I'm saying, come at you with it, come constantly coming at you and saying, well, so you mean this? Oh, so you trying to say this? Oh, so what you trying to say? So you trying to say this? And like take what, like, bro, I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? So like you got these type of people like to take what you say, switch it around. Mind you, they only got half the information, and then the whole time, you know what I'm saying, you be done said what you done said. You know what I'm saying? So like it's cardinal people that be like this, that like don't even see this as a problem. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, the type of person I am, I be trying to explain that real time, like in order to like really try to have a real solid communication and like real compromise. Like, okay, now how we gonna compromise if you asking me questions and then when I go to answer the question, you literally cut me off before I can even answer the question. You know what I'm saying? Here you go, right here. I don't even know if y'all can see that. Let me see. So there's a dude on here. Hold on. The video. This dude right here.
Because then we're gonna show you why we're called.
So like,
yes, perfect.
I ain't gonna show this whole video. He walked up to him and started talking to him.
I'm gonna show y'all this. I just wanna know what y'all.
Everything was cool. So about 5 minutes into it, and I don't know if y'all can see all these timestamps. All these timestamps is every time he cut them off. He cut these. Matter of fact, I don't know if I can show you. Let me see. I just click. You gotta forgive me, I'm holding this backwards. Let me see if I can just do a couple of them. Is it gonna play? Hold on, let me see. Okay.
Watch this. And he said, don't go into the Gentiles. Go into the lost sheep and children of Israel. It says, don't go. And who Or is she? I keep reading.
But who are you?
So I can't do. I'm not. I
The
am
Bible
not.
says don't. It says don't end with English jail.
What are we doing wasting our time?
You're not wasting your time. What's going on right now?
But I mean, you're in living.
This is Acts.
So this is Acts.
You know what's happening?
There's a lot of research information.
Right. But here's the thing, though. Y'all.
What are we doing wasting our time?
You're not wasting your time.
Of course.
No, but the Bible says that, like, beloved.
They're not. That's still their nationality.
So there's there's
Specific race.
so in Matthew 15:24, he says, "I'm."
So like, so my that's just a couple of them I'm clicking on. Like some of them is ridiculous, bro. Like if y'all want to go find this video, hold on. This is what it say right here. You can go look it up yourself. It say Jehovah Witnesses. What does it say? Gets exposed by Israelite must watch. You know what I'm saying? The brother's channel is, I don't even know how to even say that, but I don't know if y'all can see it, something in the line. But you can look it up yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's in the comment section because I just went through this the other day. You'll see my name on there. And I literally had to walk this brother through the fact, like you know what I'm saying? They don't even be realizing they be doing this. You know what I'm saying? They because like like I said, once the adrenaline kick in and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Testosterone kick in, motherfuckers be like, yeah, but nah, but hold on, but you understand? And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then because like what's gonna happen too? Because like once I realize you're not gonna stop cutting me off, like I'm gonna start cutting you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, like a lot of times it's best to just walk away. You know what I'm saying? But like if I'm trolling, like when I get to the point I start trolling, like you know what I'm saying, like you think you're gonna disrespect me? You know what I'm saying? I start trolling. I'll do it. It'd be man. I got Mars in you, right? In Aquarius, bro. Even my Mars in Aquarius. Like I come at. It's so many ways to come at somebody, bro. Bogus. You know what I'm saying? It's a million. It's like 6 million ways to die, bro. The way my mind works. You know what I'm saying, man? Please. You know, like, man, should I even be saying this? You know what I'm saying? But like, man, I shouldn't even be saying it. Like I said, it's really best to walk away. I'm gonna say it like that. You see what I'm saying? Cause like disrespect, when you start matching disrespect, you start cutting them off later on. Like you see what I'm saying? And like that, and you be like, bro, please stop cutting me off. All they gonna say is, well, you cut me off. Like they not. That's what I'm talking about. First things first. You see what I'm saying? Like people like to put the second shit first. Like they're not gonna address it. Like, wait, hold on, right? Well, you ain't start cutting me off until I literally told you that I'm not gonna stop cutting me off. It's like, bro, you just literally told me you're not gonna stop cutting me off. You know what I'm saying? Why would I sit here and play fair with somebody who just literally disrespected me to my face? You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to crash and burn this whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? Just for the sake of the Victor Corvin, just for the sake of content. You know what I'm saying? Or just for the sake of like I got Mars in Aquarius. Like you know what I'm saying? So I be experimenting with the beef and everything. I'm like, okay, well hold on, well shit, let's see what happened if I try. This motherfucker's a what? Oh, he an Aries? Okay, well shit, let's try this. Like you know what I'm saying? Oh, this motherfucker's a what? Oh, okay, we'll try it. Like, you know what I'm saying? The way my mind work, bro, I sit there and do experiments on your ass, like under the Victor Corvinus. Like under Victor Corvinus, there's a vampire that literally drink blood. And mind you gotta say, it's people out here who literally call me by the name Victor. Like, it's people who think my name is Victor. They be like, what's up, Vic? What's up, Victor? Vic, like, they don't know my name ain't Vic. Bro, Victor Corvinus is a vampire that drink vampire blood. Like, they thinking that they gonna sit here and cut me off, disrespect me, tell me they're not gonna start cutting me off. You know what I'm saying? Call me, and then call me the disrespectful one. Say to me, I'm the problem. And the whole time they don't know I'm sitting there drinking their blood. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't know. Like, a lot of times I'm saying people don't know I even got content like this. People don't even know I got a channel. You know what I'm saying? And like, sometimes that's why I make these videos. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, they'll sit there. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, one day, like, I'll get into, you know, a little altercation or something with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, man, hold on. Let me go grab this video and just send that shit to there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really wanted to make this one. Because when they see this video after the fact, like, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be like, oh, shit. Like, they don't know. Like, because you'll hear me say it. I'll be like, bro, can you please stop cutting me off? Can you please stop cutting me off? You know, yeah, bro, can you please, sir, can you please stop cutting me off? They be like, sir, you think you're going to talk to me? I'd be like, bro, what else you want me to do, fam? You just literally, I told you you're going to cut me off. You cut me off 6 times. What else? Like, what you want me saying? Argue with you? Okay, fine. We go the disrespectful route. Because it's going to end with you forgetting everything that I just said. You see what I'm saying? So and like I said, it's probably dangerous for me to even put this video out because like what's gonna happen is like you might not want to go this route. Like if you find yourself in a conversation with somebody and you sitting there telling them a joke, please stop cutting me off. Can you please stop cutting me off? It's not gonna fix the. I mean like certain people is reasonable, You see what I'm saying? But like most people, it's not reasonable. You see what I'm saying? You gotta say I only really started to really examine it when I sat here and watched this video for this long. You see what I'm saying? And like I had because like I only did this to make a point to somebody else in the comment section. You see, because I was like, Joe, these women were super patient with dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a Hebrew Israelite, and these some Jehovah's Witnesses that's out. You know what I'm saying? Mention he walking up on him with a camera, drilling them about the Bible, and then he start cutting them off. The whole time he's sitting there telling himself he being respectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like, he don't even see. You see what I'm saying? And like I could just imagine real time, like them in real time, them sitting there trying to tell him, like, hey man, hold on, can you please stop cutting me off, sir? Like he cut them literally off 32 times. When I was with the Hebrew Israelite brothers yesterday, I went in there, I told them, I was like, I wasn't even there for 2 minutes. They was like, so what's up, bro? So what you mean? I was like, well, shit, you know, I read the Bible, I study the Bible, I've been in the Bible. He cut me. I was like, I don't even remember what he said, but he cut me off. I wasn't even fucking a sentence and a half into what I was saying. He cut me off. You know what I'm saying? I let him finish what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I just want to say up front, bro, like I listened to your whole show before I came in here. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even been in here fucking 2-3 minutes, and you already cut me off. So this literally how I damn near introduced myself to. I was like, so I'll just let you know up front, I'm gonna keep track how many times you cut me off. You know what I'm saying? And it got quiet as hell. They was like, oh, and I was like, let's go ahead. he was like, what, bro? He was like, well, you know, that's how dialogue work, man. Dialogue, sometimes people talk back and forth. It's my turn, like, you know, I ain't gonna sit there that long and let you go on a whole rant that long and just, I'm like, right, I understand, but, you know, if you asking me questions, you're saying I go to answer and you cut me off. You know what I'm saying? Then later on, you turn around and say that I'm the problem. I'm not the problem, fam. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? Charleston White just went through something similar, but he was on the interview. This is right here, I think, yeah. And they did the same thing. Oh.
Nigga, what? Like, what you be on? Like, what's your angle? Like the way, like, what you... I'm an angry nigga. I figured I wake up just like the rest of you niggas that shoot up the neighborhood, nigga. I wake up angry just like everybody else. A nigga that go to the club, that don't pay attention to no bitch, that tap his phone and say, there go them whole ass niggas. I ain't no different than that. Well, how you an angry nigga and always popping your shit like you a happy nigga? So now you contradicting shit. I be checking you out. You popping shit like you like a rapper or something, right? Well, the rappers have always mimicked the street, the players from the streets. The rappers have never came up with their own identity. So you a carbon cop? No.
Now, mind you, he don't even realize he just cut him off. Listen, what?
I've always mimicked the street, the players from the streets. The rappers have never came up with their own identity. So you a carbon cop? No.
So he asking them questions. This how you gotta understand. We live in a time now that this how people don't understand the magnitude of what the fuck I'm even saying right now. We live in a time now where people do this. Like they'll ask you a question and you be in the middle of answering, and then they'll be ask you like 2-3 other questions in the middle, and you be like, wait, hold on, bro. Like people heart rate be beating in their chest and like they be excited and like they be high, they be on liquor and drinking and shit. Like they don't even realize they be talking like this. Like you know what I'm saying? And I be like, bro, I'm not about to sit through no conversation like that. You see what I'm saying?
I was born before rap. Nigga, I mimic Uncle Wayne them who had a watch, who had a chain, who had a pinky ring, and who had cars that they own in barbershops. Yeah, I'm a barbershop nigga. But to go back to your feelings, yeah, nigga, I'm contradicting. No, we standing on feelings. This ain't no feelings. No, nigga, you just had me your brain. That's why I don't like talking to young niggas. Nigga, I just young. How are you? I ain't young. How old are you? I'm old enough to know I'm standing on business. Answer the question. How old are you? Because you asked me a question and you won't let me answer. You asked me a question.
Right there, bro. And mind you, like when I saw this, I was maybe about like a month and a half into examining that shit. I was like, man, wait, hold on. That's when it really started to spark. I was like, wait, hold on. That's some real shit, bro. Because like I had been going through the same thing for like a month. And like it was just kind of like, you know, one of them foggy thoughts, like that kept just like going through my mind. I was like, damn, like it is true. Like everywhere I go, like I keep finding myself getting in arguments. And then like I had to slow down the arguments, and I started to notice the pattern. I was like, wait, hold on, bro. Like motherfuckers be cutting motherfuckers off, bro. Like you see what I'm saying? And then like so then what happened for a long time, I just started letting people cut me off, and I just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, let me know when I can talk, bro. Just let me know when I can talk. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, what? Go. And I learned that from a Capricorn a while ago. He was like, bro, let me know when I can talk. You know what I'm saying? And then like it kind of sent a you would hope, because like when he said that to me, that shit echoed through my soul. That's why I say it to this day, because like I had to check myself. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, I am kind of cutting dude off a little bit. Like you know what I'm saying? But you'll say that shit to the next person, and like they won't even. hear you. Like you said, like that, it won't even click.
I'm old enough to know I'm standing on business. Answer the question. How do you? Because you asked me a question and you won't let me answer. You asked me a question. What you gave to me? I asked you something. Your first question. Your first question was. What's the first question? Let me see how old ass guy come here. Get them niggas back their money. They want to let me answer the question. Get them niggas back their money.
See that shit right there? That's the first thing. Firstly, like you know what I'm saying, they sit there and try to act like he the problem. You see what I'm saying? And he just got. That's how you got to be, just like that, bro. Like nah, man. Like nah, because like how you gonna say he the problem? He just get up and walk out just like that. It's like, bro, like I already see what you trying to do. I went through the same thing with my uncle. You know what I'm saying? It was Christmas Day. He was drunk as hell. You know what I'm saying? We was in the basement. You know what I'm saying? And my family bought my kids this big ass bike, one of them fucking electronic bikes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I was like, my car was already full of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, how the fuck am I gonna get? Like, didn't nobody even tell me? I ain't get no heads up. Didn't nobody huddle up or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, how the hell am I gonna get this to the crib? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I say to my uncle, I'm like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I gotta drop all these gifts off. I gotta go home and get my truck. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Or like one of these days you got free, I'll come back and, you know what I'm saying, with my truck and come pick this box up. You know, the box is huge. You know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Night going on, he drinking. You know what I'm saying? We have everything cool, we kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know it, I get a slap on my shoulder. He's like, hey man, you gotta get this fucking big ass box and fuck up on my crib. And I'm like, you know, like somebody say something like that, like your first instinct, you be like, is he joking? Like, wait, hold on, like he gotta be playing. But like it was something about the way he was saying it, like even through the drunkenness. Like my first instinct, I was like, Joe, this nigga drunk. My second instinct was like, Joe, this nigga's not joking. Like, cause you kind of question, like, man, hold on, is he playing? He said, Joe, you gotta get this box to fuck up on my crib. I was like, wait, hold on, he tweaking. I was like, Joe, wait, hold on, you remember I just told you, I ain't got room in my car. I'm gonna go get my car. Yeah, fuck all that. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You gotta get this shit out of today, nigga. I ain't trying to have this box in. I'm like, wait, hold on, fam. Like, are you listening to what I'm saying? I don't have room in my car. So, but yeah, I ain't hearing that, but you said you was gonna come get this shit up out of here. That's what you said. I'm like, Joe, this nigga drunk, and he cut me off. I'm like, okay, so for what? Tell me exactly how I'm supposed to fit this big ass box in my car when I got the fact I'm even sitting there entertaining shit. This is where like, you know what I'm saying? That's why under Victor Corvinus, you know what I'm saying? You better off not even going down this route. You better off just sitting there staring at the motherfucker like they crazy. Like you saying, like you don't say shit, just look at the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because like once you go down this road, they gonna think you soft. You know what I'm saying? They don't think that's where the disrespect kick in. Like, cause they don't even see they disrespecting. You know what I'm saying? And he's telling me like, man, you know, get this shit up out of here. I'm like, bro, explain to me how I'm supposed to get this shit in my car. You know what I'm saying? He said, I don't care how you do it. So I said, okay, cool. I picked up the whole fucking box, walked dead outside and threw that shit dead in the dumpster. You know what I'm saying? Right in front of the whole family. Mind you, the whole family chipped in to buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now mind you, this like I said, I'm gonna end up the villain here. You know what I'm saying? That's the fake problem. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's two problems. You got the fake problem and the real problem. The fake problem, yeah, I'm the problem, yes. And I can apologize for the fake problem. But the real problem is that mind you, I skipped a lot of, because I looked him right in the face. I was like, wait, hold on, man. You ain't gonna stop cutting me off, bro. You gonna cut me, like, you gonna ask me questions. Like the same way he just said, he said, hold on, you gonna ask me questions, I'm gonna answer, you gonna cut me off. I don't care, I'm trying to get this shit. I'm like, okay, bro. I threw that shit dead in the trash. Now everybody sitting around looking at him, looking at me like I'm fucked up. And I'm like, well, shit, he said I gotta get the fuck. You said you want up out of here, right? You know what I'm saying? And then he kind of looked down like, damn, well, you ain't have to do all that shit. I'm like, okay, well, shit, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man, you just gonna disrespect. Right. So, like, eventually, you know what I'm saying, we worked it out. They told me, okay. They obviously dug it out the trash can, put it there, told him to sit his drunk ass down. You know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna come get this shit in a couple of days, which is the fuck I said in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But fast forward, this like a whole, because like that was Christmas for 1 year. Fast forward I didn't even see him for a whole year, man. Fast forward next year at Christmas, we over my cousin crib. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even seen this dude. Man, he a Scorpio. So he walk up to me. He said, Malik, I need to talk to you. I ain't even seen this motherfucker in here. He's my older uncle. You know what I'm saying? He like in his 60s or something like that right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up? He like, man, you know, I ain't appreciate you coming to my house and disrespecting me the way you did like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I make this content. Like, so if you've been following the story right now, you probably like, man, wait, hold on. Right, exactly. So this is why I make this content, because it's shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because now he want me to sit there and apologize to him for you know, I ain't cuss him out. I ain't say shit. I just picked up the box, threw shit in the trash, and I ain't say a word to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But he still come back to me and want me to apologize for whatever. Like I'm like, okay, well, what I do, bro? I mean, you came in my house disrespecting my house. Now he don't know I know he a Scorpio. You see what I'm saying? Mind you, with some other shit that I ain't telling y'all is that this motherfucker gay as hell. Like, you see what I'm saying? And like, I ain't want to use the F word like that. You see what I'm saying? Cause like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get flagged or shit like that. Like, he was on some straight F shit. Like, you see what I'm saying? And like, it's literally taking me everything in my power to hold back from calling him this shit. Cause it's like, I'm like, bro, like, wait, hold on, man. You think you about to bully me? Like, you about to sit here and fucking do some narcissist, fucking manipulative, passive aggressive bullying technique. You about to think you about to experiment on me, and you don't even know I know you a Scorpio, nigga. I was sitting like a motherfucking sniper, or the motherfucking sniper rifle on the motherfucking roof, just sit there looking at this nigga try this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, we had a Christmas party. I just got that. So I'm sitting there listening to this motherfucker. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, you came in my house. You want to cuss me out, holler and scream in my house. I'm like, no, mind you, everybody in there, no, I didn't say a fucking word. I just picked the shit up and threw the shit in the trash. I didn't say a fucking word. Now, his mind in the drunk act, he's sitting there telling you, yeah, you come in my house, disrespecting me, cussing me out, yelling and screaming in my fucking house. He got a whole second there. Mind you, he ain't sitting there, first thing first act, he ain't gonna sit there and even acknowledge the fact that, like, bro, this whole thing happened because me and you agreed on one thing, and then you came back on some drunk shit, you know what I'm saying, and tried to change the narrative. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm sitting there listening to it, you know what I'm saying, the whole conversation, I'm like, damn, so I really gotta be the bigger person. I'm 6'7", I'm looking down on this motherfucker. So I'm like, okay, I really gotta be the bigger person here. So I told him, oh man, I'm so sorry, you know, my bad, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Like he said, back to your feelings. So sorry I hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? And left the shit alone because I didn't want to fuck up the party because I was really about to call him the F word right there. You know what I'm saying? On some super drunk shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but when you go back through that whole story, I never disrespected bro one time. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, under the fake problem act, you know what I'm saying, I was the disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you don't put first things first. That's why this content like this, you know what I'm saying, it be to the people that hear my content, you know what I'm saying, if you actually follow along, you know what I'm saying, you never find no content like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, because like it take a while for like I ain't gonna come on and just say that. Like I'm gonna see it's a pattern. It's a pattern. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially like today on like a Friday, when people be trying to rush through shit, you know what I'm saying? People be rushing through the conversation, trying to cut each other off, literally asking questions and cutting each other off and not even realizing they doing this. You know what I'm saying? So like I be hoping that like it take a while. Like what happened is like a couple months from now, you know what I'm saying, maybe a couple years from now, you're gonna start seeing people saying this shit. They're like, well, you know, people are cutting each other off more and more. Like you're gonna start to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like I usually be a couple years, a couple months ahead of the trend. You know what I'm saying? Typically. You know what I'm saying? Like that Charleston White shit. Trust and believe. Like it's people out here who saw that, you know what I'm saying, picked up on it the same way I did and run around doing the same shit. Like, Joe, stop cutting me off. You ask me questions, I'm going to answer me. You not going to let me answer. Like, trust me, it's that, like, that algorithm is out here moving around. You know what I'm saying? And, like, it's content like this, it's only going to make it even, you know what I'm saying, start to, you know what I'm saying, pick up even more steam. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, like, people are going to have to become, like, we need some type of slang word, type of song, or some type of shit, some type of awareness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people really need to stop cutting each other off. So I'm saying? Because, like, when you put first things first, you start to see, like, that's the real problem. So I'm saying? There's a lot of fake problems out here. Like, oh, he was yelling, he got a temper issues, or this motherfucker is wants to rule everything, got ego issues and all that. It's like, nah, it ain't none of that, bro. That's all a fake problem. Like, matter of fact, like, you like this. I want to give you a visual. Sometimes you gotta do it just like this. Like, you gotta sit down and say, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, just before we have this conversation, I just want to give y'all a visual real quick. You know what I'm saying? I just want to put right here. We have the fake problem, right? Which is me. So yes, I am the problem. We have a fake problem. That's me. All right? Then we have the real problem, which is that as soon as we begin this conversation, you're going to proceed to cut me off multiple times. And I'm going to let you do it for a couple of times. And then at some point, I'm going to ask you to please stop cutting me off. And then you're going to continue to do it. And then I'm going to ask you, you don't see nothing wrong with cutting me off. And you're still going to continue to do it. And then I'm gonna ask you to stop disrespecting me, and you still gonna continue to do it, and then that's when I'm gonna start to disrespect you, and that's gonna become the problem. But this is the real problem: is that you're gonna be cutting me off. So what I'm gonna do is keep a track of how many times you cut me off. You know what I'm saying? And throughout this conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like, remind you, like I'm trolling my ass off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I want you to like. I'm only saying that as a thought in your head. But sometimes you might have to really do that shit to certain people. You know what I'm saying? In order to get them to really see it. You know what I'm saying? Because like ultimately, like you do that shit, motherfuckers gonna like. You know what I'm saying? You already talking to somebody that don't give a fuck about what you saying in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So like, ain't no point in trying to like in the Bible say don't boil a goat in its own mother's milk. Like so, like you ain't gotta beat a dead horse. Like so, like ultimately, you gotta remember, like don't nobody give a fuck about what you're saying, no way. You know what I'm saying? And then like I don't know that up front. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things I'm saying, like you gotta take it with a grain of salt, because like this could be real dangerous information. I can't see shit. You said it best in one of your older videos that water signs are not living on the surface for real. Well, you know what I'm saying? I try not to, you know what I'm saying? I'm fully aware of astrology shit, but I try not to look at things through an astrology lens as much no more. And that, like, you know what I'm saying? And that there's more weightier matters in astrology. Astrology is not the bottom line thing. It's certain more weightier issue, like the issue I'm talking about today. Like, people just cutting people off. It don't matter what sign somebody is. You know what I'm saying? If you cutting people off and you don't even see this as disrespect, you know what I'm saying? You are definitely part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? And if you listening to this content, you know what I'm saying, and you taking it to heart, you see what I'm saying? Then more than likely you ain't the problem. You know what I'm saying? Cause like you got people that tell you the problem. You know what I'm saying? And like you'll come. Man, hold on, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all this real quick. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's what I call the left side of the page and the right side of the page. Right? So like we call it do re mi fa sol la ti do, which is a sign of music. It's like an 8-step. It's an 8-step. I don't even know if y'all can see that. If you can, you go back and pass it. I mean, you can pause it, pause the video. You know what I'm saying? But what it is the 8-step method. You know what I'm saying? So you got the left side of the page, and you got the right side of the page. So in the left side of the page, if you come at somebody, you talking to them like you gotta think like I've been thinking about this shit a lot, obviously. Saying if you talk and try to communicate, you know what I'm saying, and they sitting there talking and yelling and screaming back at you, or they got a fucked up tone, like, oh, here we go again with da. But you being like you actually talking and communicating. You know what I'm saying? You on the left side of the page. You know what I'm saying? They trying to bring you to the right side of the page. You know what I'm saying? You be like, look, Drew, I'm trying to stay on the left side of the page. Now, where are we at right now? Are we here or are we here? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this. You're doing this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I'm talking and communicating, you yelling and screaming, who's the real problem? You know what I'm saying? Like right here, I got it. Listen and disagree. You can listen and actually disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like when two people sit down, like, okay, we obviously have a disagreement here. We just sit and listen to each other. We can, you know what I'm saying, even agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? We both aware that we not agreeing. Let's just sit and listen. What ended up happening is people start cutting each other off. You know, that's the opposite. That's the right side of the page. You know what I'm saying? So like if you talking with the intent to listen and disagree, and motherfuckers are literally cutting you off, you're not the problem. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit you can do about that. You know what I'm saying? Number 3 is understanding. You know what I'm saying? So if you listening, you're on the left side of the page, you trying to listen and understand. You know what I'm saying? Then you got, but they sitting there focusing on their own self and their own feelings. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gon' ain't nothing you can do about that. You know what I'm saying? You got one person sitting there listening and understand, and you got the other person not sitting there listening and understand. They focusing on their own self. That's like an unbalanced seesaw. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna weigh out right. You know what I'm saying? Number 4 is empathize. You know what I'm saying? Left side of the page, you like, okay, I'm talking with empathy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. You know what I'm saying? What they doing is that oh, wait, no, I said that wrong. Number 3 was understanding. The opposite of understanding was getting frustrated. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you being patient, you know what I'm saying, you coming with understanding. This is Aquarius shit. This is natural Aquarius shit. A lot of this shit I'm saying is like real, real honest humanitarian Aquarius shit. That's why a lot of times Aquarius be ill as hell, because like we really be sitting there doing this shit. And I know I just kind of contradicted myself under the I just said I don't look at astrology yet, but I am an Aquarius at heart. You know what I'm saying? I am obviously biased toward Aquarius, but I'm biased toward real shit. Like this is real shit, and like a lot of times Aquarius will get played, like because like a lot of times like we be scared to put ourselves out there, and, like because like we be moving off this shit. You sitting there talking to a motherfucking narcissist who ain't moving off of none of that shit. Like I shouldn't be able to sit there and lay this whole thing out like this. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like the fact that I even wrote this out like this is asinine. You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with fucking narcissism ultimately. I'm only doing this is like, you know what I'm saying, for y'all to have a reference. Like you need a your mind needs content. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need reference points in your mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? To surround your thoughts. Like, you know what I'm saying? You be like, okay, like, how do I even know? How do I weigh this out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying? So if you talking number three is if you talking about understanding and they saying they're getting frustrated, you know what I'm saying? You ain't nothing you can do about that. You're not the problem. You know what I'm saying? Number four is empathize. Mind you, if you got an opinion, you can write it down. You can pause the video later on. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But empathize. You know what I'm saying? They focusing on themselves. You sitting there talking with empathy. They sitting there focusing on themselves. You're not the problem. You know what I'm saying? If you go down this checklist, you know what I'm saying? It'll verify you're not the problem. Number five is ask questions. You know what I'm saying? If you sitting there asking them questions, okay, well, can we try this? Can we try this? What about this? What about this? Can we try this? Whole time, what they doing is they getting defensive, or they dictating under the Cardinal Act. They telling you, okay, you need to do this, you need to do this, and you need to do this. Then like you're not the problem. You know what I'm saying? A difficult conversation goes a lot better when two people asking questions back and forth. Okay, what if I do this? And what do you say? Then two people telling what the other person need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? If you talking with communication, I mean with questions, and they talking in the opposite way of like getting defensive, or they you know what I'm saying, are offended by your questions, like you know what I'm saying, that type of shit. Like what you mean? Like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like then you're not the problem. You know what I'm saying? Number six is order and narrative. That's what this video is like. First things first, like putting order of narrative, like putting everything in one sequential order. Sometimes you might even have to write this shit down. That's why, like, a lot of times when I got to sit and have a deep conversation, I just get a pen and paper and be writing shit down. Because, like, I don't cut nobody off. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be sitting there taking notes about what they're saying. Then I try to reply to it after the fact. And then just as soon as I go to reply to it, they start fucking cutting me off. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I like to have one order and narrative. Because what happens is the opposite has a double narrative. The right side of the page, like, they be trying to put you on a double narrative. You remember, they on the right side of the page, you on the left side of the page. So you're like, well, hold on, let me get everything down to one narrative so everything be clear. Well, and then they sitting there trying to muddy the waters. Oh, well, you said this and this and this, all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, well, no, I'm just moving off one narrative. You moving off a double narrative. That's why I go back to what I talking about the Hebrew Israelites. Like, I'll go to say one thing, and then, like, they be like, well, you ain't got your precepts right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, well, you got, and I be like, bro, it's only one narrative. You know what I'm saying? It's only one fucking narrative. You know what I'm saying? Why is this conversation scrambling? Because they sitting there muddying the waters and scrambling the conversation, and you trying to get it on one clear narrative. You know what I'm saying? You're not the problem. Ain't nothing you can do about that. You know what I'm saying? Number seven is compromise. And then, like, you should be hearing the word compromise, or like this, or you should be talking in the spirit of compromise. And like, okay, how can we compromise? How can we come together in this? How can we work together? If you're not hearing, if you're talking like this, you know what I'm saying? They not even mentioning the word compromise. So I say, what's the opposite of compromise? The right side of the page, they trying to force the issue. You know what I'm saying? Or like even certain insecurities come out and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's another one. Like, where they don't, like, somebody don't feel like that they can even, you know what I'm saying? Like, it be emotions and shit. And like emotions, just as soon as you may think of some over aggressive shit, you got to think that it's like a tarot card almost, like the reverse card almost, like, or like a 28 degree. Like, cause the way I'm talking here, like you be thinking argument is like, but like sometimes that shit can flip all the way up on top of itself, and motherfuckers start playing a victim role and that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? All type of insecurities and that type of shit kick in. Like, you know what I'm saying? You be talking compromise, and motherfuckers literally don't know how to compromise. Like, a lot. That's another thing too, man. I should do a whole video on that. And then, like, people's compromising strategies, like people are not going into conversations with the spirit of compromise. Like, I watch a lot of Star Trek. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like you be coming to the table like, okay, like let's make a deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? The whole time they just want to sit there and vent and talk about you and how you don't respect them and how, you know what I'm saying, everything you did wrong. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to think, okay, if I'm talking in the spirit of compromise, I'm saying let's compromise, and they still are going on and rants and like going through their insecurities and all of this shit that they've been through their whole entire life, and you got to sit there and listen to their life story. You know what I'm saying? Or they trying to say that you trying to force. They be like, okay, well, you try to force your will upon me. Everything has to be done your way. Why everything got to be done your way and shit like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, why we got to compromise your way? Well, why can't compromise my way? And like that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they still try to make it seem like you forcing some shit, even though you talking in compromise. Like, it's something because they be insecure. Like I say, emotions be wild. Like, that shit'll say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So if you get run into that, you trying to compromise and they trying to air out their insecurities and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Number 8 is trying to keep everything on a team ending. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to say, if you willing to sit there and argue with somebody, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, especially like a family member, something like that, 9 times out of 10, at the root of it, you love this person and you really wish y'all was on the same team. You know what I'm saying? So like if your vocabulary is like, man, let's, you know what I'm saying, we all on the same team, you know what I'm saying, and you end it off on a team note instead of like which is on the right side of the page, which is like somebody focusing on the solo and they're trying to figure out what they got or what they didn't get from it. So I'm saying like I'm still ultimately Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? So like we trying to figure out what the collective, what's gonna make everybody happy. So I'm saying, so like if you sitting there thinking this way and they sitting there trying to think about what they can get out of it or like what they didn't get out of it, ain't nothing you can do about that, fam. Like you know what I'm saying? So all you can do is understand that, like I said, there's a fake problem and there's a real problem. So I'm saying, if you on the left side of the page, you know what I'm saying, and they bringing you to the right side of the page, sometimes you got to really stop and ask yourself. It's like a map. Like you got to look at this like a map. Like okay, like where am I on this map? You know what I'm saying? I just gave you a lot of information. Like so that you can kind of look at it again. Like if you like, okay, this is my expression, this is your expression. You see what I'm saying? So like, a lot of times you gotta look at this, like, okay, like where are we at on this map? If you go in order, you saying you talk, you disagree, you listen, you understand, you empathize. You know what I'm saying? You ask questions. You put everything on one clear narrative, in one order. So I'm saying, hence this video. So then you compromise. You got a team ending. If you walking yourself through these steps, you should have no problem. So I'm saying, now if you walking through these steps and all of a sudden you hear motherfuckers are cutting you off, motherfuckers are hollering, so I'm saying they get defensive. So I'm saying they in their feelings. You dealing with insecurities. They got a double narrative. You know what I'm saying? They think about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you look at this like a map. Like, okay, like where am I at on this map? You see what I'm saying? That's how my mind be working, just like that. That's how I know I'm not the problem. Like, yo, I'm not the problem. I know I'm not the problem. If I can't even sit here and talk, you know what I'm saying, without you disrespecting me and cutting me out, I know I'm not the problem. You see what I'm saying? And then, like, you know what I'm saying, first things first, like I said, it's a fake problem. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm the problem. I'm the fake problem. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about the fake problem. And that's what they want to sit there. They want to sit there and talk about the fake problem. You know what I'm saying? So now you like, I'm trying to give you this kind of lifetime. Hopefully you just take this video and just go press play. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't like weaponizing my videos. You know what I'm saying? Because like there's people out here who take these videos and try to weaponize them. If you really listen to the content, what I'm saying, like some of the people will say that they doing those things, but they not really doing, like they'll say they on the left side of the page, but they really on the right side of the page. You know what I'm saying? That's what like I don't want. You know what I'm saying? Ideally, I would like to be able to make this video in a way that the people who genuinely on the left side of the page could just go and play this video, and it would, and like whoever they trying to communicate to, and it's out of love, that like it would actually solve the problem. So I'm saying, like whatever problem people going through. You got to say everything I've said in this video is part of a whole. Like that's only a number 2 in a major pattern. That's only number 2. Like I just gave you 8 steps right there. That's only number 2 in a 3-step pattern. The 3-step pattern is like, okay, look, I'm putting it like this. The first thing that I notice a lot of arguments and disagreements that like most time two people can't even agree on what the problem is. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you see what I'm saying? Or like business relationship, but like we say, okay, obviously, I'm only saying because it's more men that watch my channel. You see what I'm saying, than women. So like obviously I'm kind of biased toward men. So I'm saying, but I use, you know what I'm saying, relationships, for example. So, like, let's say you're talking about a relationship. You got a man and a woman, right? So, well, hold on. Let me take a step back. So, let me see if I can find it. You know what? I can explain. I ain't about to read all that shit. Because I get awkward sitting there reading shit, but I'm just going to try to break this down real quick. So, like, if I'm a psychiatrist, you see what I'm saying, and I go to a couple, and I say, couple, y'all obviously here because y'all got a problem, right? I'm like, right, okay. I'm gonna give both of y'all a piece of paper. You see what I'm saying? I want you to write down the problem, and I want you to write down the problem. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want y'all looking at each other. I just want both of y'all just to write down the problem. You see what I'm saying? And when you get both of them papers back, you're gonna read. It's gonna be 2 different problems. You see what I'm saying? And like so, step number 1 is typically, like, y'all gotta get literally on the same page. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta even agree on what the problem is. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, what happens is like the vocabulary, a lot of times, especially between men and women, the vocabulary, like, cause women be speaking from their feelings and men be speaking from the logic. So like, if you can't even match that vocabulary, like, you know what I'm saying? It's so hard to explain it. That's why when you study like esoteric shit, a lot of the language and like even especially like the Bible, it give you, especially the Bible, because like the Bible, when you start talking about like the Holy Spirit, you know, and like discernment, forgiveness, you know, mercy, things like that. Like, you know, a lot of times people even lack that vocabulary in real time. You know what I'm saying? Accountability, you know what I'm saying? Things like people lack that vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? So you know, if one person is thinking emotionally, the other person thinking logically, it's real hard for them both to agree. Like, okay, look, this is the fundamental underlying problems of what the fuck it is we going through. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm saying in this video. Like you gotta, if you really break down the average argument, it really don't matter what sign it is. It don't matter if it's male or female. Like ultimately, it all boils down to the same shit. And it like for one, two people are not identifying exactly what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? And instead, what's happening is that every time somebody goes to them, okay, well, what's the problem? There's a new narrative that get created every time. Instead of like you, if you wrote it down and looked at it, like, okay, look, we need to work. Like I'm saying right here, like, okay, look, we need to work on um, stop cutting each other off type shit. You see what I'm saying? And you actually wrote that shit down. Like, okay, look, from here on out for the next 30 days, we're gonna work on not cutting each other off. That's the first step. Like you see what I'm saying? And then like you actually make an active approach toward working on that. You see what I'm saying? And like, look, okay, what are we working on this week? Are we not working on, the fact I leave my socks around, or the fact that, you know, I eat this and you eat that, or I want to go here and you want to go there. Like, we're not working on that right now. First thing we working on is we're going to stop cutting each other off. Then the second step, we're going to start working on this. Then we both agree we're going to work on this. And, like, you working on one step at a time. That's the order of narrative. What I'm saying, like, putting everything in order. You know what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers don't even think like that. You know what I'm saying? It's that typically, like, when people start venting and they getting their feelings, it's going to be just a double. It's going to be like, okay, what's the actual problem? Okay, this person thinks this is the problem, this thinks this problem, and then, like, they're not trying to figure out how to compromise to, you know what I'm saying, to at least address the common denominators of their problem. Every relationship got strengths, every relationship got weaknesses. So I'm saying, when you go to, sometimes unfortunately relationships are gonna force narratives. You got to sit there and go through the weaknesses, and you got to sit there and talk about the weaknesses. So I'm saying, if that shit alone causes arguments, you know what I'm saying, then you got to take a step back and look at the way that y'all communicate. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, ultimately, it may not even be the weakness itself. It just may be the way that y'all communicating through the shit. So I'm saying, like, 90% of the time, that's what it is. Because, like, ultimately, like, it ain't like people don't understand what the fuck the next person's saying. It just be that, like, the way that the fucking conversation played out, motherfuckers is, like, irritated, pissed off, or in their feelings, and, like, all that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like people ain't got discernment. It's just that ultimately, don't nobody give a fuck about what the fuck you talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, like with me, a lot of times breaking all this shit down is asinine in a certain way, and they're like, bro, if you gotta walk all this shit through with somebody anyway, bro, that shit, like, you better off just not even being around the ass in the first place. You see what I'm saying? But on principle, I'm still gonna give you the content anyway. You know what I'm saying? But the first step is, like I said, identifying the same problem and basically getting it on the same page. The second step is what I just explained to you, which I call do re mi fa sol la ti do. It's like I said, a conversation should sound like music, bro. It shouldn't sound like two people arguing back and forth. It's like you got the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The intro, the first verse, the hook, the second verse, the bridge, the hook. You know what I'm saying? The third verse, the bridge, the hook, the ending. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like in order. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be, okay, two people over talking each other. So, like, that's the second step. What I just showed you. The third step is to be solution orientated. Most conversations ain't solution orientated. So I'm saying, like, most people just want to vent. So I'm saying, you gotta look, like, okay, like, are we sitting down and trying to solve this problem, or are we just gonna let it keep repeating over and over again and just say, okay, well, that's how all relationships are. Like, all relationships are getting an argument, and all, you know what I'm saying, all relationships get into it like that. And that go back to the first point where I was saying that the first problem is not being able to verbalize and not putting everything on the same page. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem, you want with somebody, you know what I'm saying, and every time you go to try to address it, it has to start over. The conversation has to start from the beginning over again. Like, you ever call a motherfucking I don't know, like me, I got Comcast cable. You know what I'm saying? And like if I got a problem with my internet or something like that, or I got to set an appointment, you know what I'm saying, and they got to transfer me from department to department. I don't know if you've ever been through a situation like that. Saying you got to explain like a long ass. So this happened and this happened and this happened. Oh, well, you're in the wrong department. I'm going to transfer you over here. So, and you're like, fuck. Then they get you over here and you got to start all over and explain the story again. You see what I'm saying? They're like, oh, this is the wrong department. They transfer you over here. And you're like, fuck. It's like a fucking 5-minute story. And you got to, like, explain the whole story over again. And then, like, they be asking questions and you be trying to, they trying to figure out which department to shit your ass to the next one. You like, damn, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? By the sixth time you tell that story, you know what I'm saying, you going to try to figure out ways just to cut through it quickly. Say, man, my shit failed. This. Like, it ain't going to be as detailed as that first time you told it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be irritated just telling it that many times. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens a lot. Like, if you don't have a clear goal, if you know what I'm saying, every time somebody asks you what the problem is, it's gonna be like that every time. You're gonna start over and over again, and it ain't gonna be clear and understand like what it is that you're trying to solve. Especially if you ain't even solution orientated. Like you can't even say the problem, you can't communicate through it. You know what I'm saying? And third, you're not even solution orientated. So I'm saying that's why conversations be sounding the way they be sounding in the 21st century, fam. Because like you know what I'm saying, like those are the main. I would say those are the main three tenets that people's going through right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, number two, break down into 8 steps. You know what I'm saying? But what I just gave, like, I know you listening to what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how I sound to you, so I'm saying, and you may hear words coming out of my mouth, but like, you know what I'm saying? If you've been paying attention to the climate we're in right now, and if you've been going through what I'm going through, you know what I'm saying? You would know that what I just gave your ass is a big ass jewel. You know what I'm saying? And like, you got to remember too, like, I only say that with a grain of salt because, like, ultimately, like, this shit is asinine in the first place. And then, like, ain't nobody about to sit there and go through all that shit no way. The fact that I even did and gave you the content was just on principle. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you think you're gonna sit somebody down and walk them through all of that shit and they actually gonna agree with you, man, you tweaking. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just gonna look at you like you some type of troll or some shit. You say, what the fuck? You learned this shit on YouTube or some shit like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit like that don't really work in real time. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, something for your mind to think about. And like I said, like a map. Like sometimes you gotta ask, okay, where am I at on this map? You know what I'm saying? You not gonna explain that. I'm telling you, bro. Like that's like people take my content and think that they gonna go sit somebody down and like teach it to them. Like it ain't gonna. That shit ain't gonna work, bro. You gotta be like it's gotta. You can't force this shit on. You gotta be at the right place at the right time and just pick up on it when it was your time to hear it. You know what I'm saying? You can't tip somebody else's scales. You was here. You caught the jewel when it came. And it's like you know what I'm saying. And you was receptive to it. You can't just pick that shit up and go give it to somebody else like that. It was meant for you to like you know what I'm saying. Have a reference. Like I said earlier, you need your thoughts need context. You know what I'm saying, to surround your thoughts. So I'm saying, so you don't want to be out here just reckless without no case in point. And also too, like also want to give a lot of times people vocabulary. You really listen to what I'm saying. These ain't just key words or techniques and tactics. You got to really put your heart into the things I'm talking about. You talking about talking, communication, being able to understand that you can listen and disagree. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that understands, somebody that empathizes, somebody that asks questions, somebody that can put everything in one narrative so you don't have a double narrative, somebody who's willing to compromise, somebody who's trying to keep everything on the same team. So I'm saying, like, I'm not just up here saying a bunch of random syntax. You actually have to have, you know what I'm saying, put your heart into those types of things. These aren't just techniques. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of times people fall short in it, like, especially like cardinal people. Because they, a lot of times, motherfuckers be like actors. Like, they just be going through the motions and shit, and their heart ain't in it. So you can walk yourself through all that shit, but if your heart really ain't in it, you know what I'm saying, you really started out on the right side of the page from the beginning. You just pretending like you're on the left side of the page. You know what I'm saying? We all got things we got to work on and mature into as adults. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, what I just gave you, that's the type of communication you should be moving off of on principle anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it take a while to mature into these things. But if your heart and spirit ain't in the right place, you know what I'm saying, that shit ain't gonna work. You know, the Bible talk about the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying, and like the Holy Spirit gets you in a lot of places. Other like forms of esoteric and spiritual awakening can't get you. So it's like Holy Spirit is just it's ill, fam. Like you saying, cause like it'll like let's say like this ain't the Holy Spirit. Like you look at this stuff like this ain't a map to the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like the Holy Spirit is like what you got to apply to that whole thing. Like you know what I'm saying? It's a certain principle. Like either you gonna get what I'm saying or you gonna not. You know what I'm saying? But like you have to do this in a certain context. Like you can't be doing this to troll people. You know what I'm saying? Or like or to point out the fact that they the problem. Like you know what I'm saying? It don't really work like that. You know what I'm saying? The Holy Spirit, you got to do this in good spirit, basically. You know what I'm saying? In a nutshell, without preaching. Like you know, without sitting there trying to preach or go through a bunch of scripture. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between like commandments and laws. Commandments is done more in good spirit. You know what I'm saying? So when you applying this, you want to do it like that. You don't want to be like out here fucking with people. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, there's a fake problem and then there's a real problem. A lot of times the real problem can be addressed before the conversation can even start. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying, in your mind. Take shit what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Let me try to do this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? So don't like the Bible say too, don't boil a baby goat in its own mother's milk. You know what I'm saying? Now whether or not people used to actually do this, they don't know. So I'm saying, but it's a Bible scripture. And that like the reason they say that is that like because you think of a mother's milk is supposed to be give nutrients. So I'm saying you think of taking that same thing like God's word and using it to create death with it. Like you see what I'm saying? I'm only saying that in the spirit of the channel, 'cause like most of the people found the channel because why I hate video. You know what I'm saying? So like people be trying to take my content and use it to go fucking tear people to shreds. You know what I'm saying? This ain't that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want you to understand. This ain't that. You know, you don't want to. You can't take God's word and use it to destroy. Like you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You think if you boil a baby goat in water, the meat is gonna be it's gonna be tender. You know what I'm saying? But if you boil it in breast milk, so I'm saying the nutrients are gonna go into the meat and make it super tender in a way that the water ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So you actually using, like I say, God's word to create death. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So do things in good spirit. You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end this video here. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get this video out. You know what I'm saying? Put the first things first, stop putting second things first. You know what I'm saying? Address the real problem and not the fake problem. And oh yeah, one of the other things I was gonna say real quick is you did.